Well, now, everybody, I'm your host, Lambo Drew. You are now tuned into another edition of Finance Fridays with Lambo Drew. Listen, hopefully everybody has had an amazing week. If you've had a tough week, hopefully it gets a better weekend for you and you can reset, regroup, and get ready to refocus and get yourself right for the very next week. Listen, if you guys missed this week on The Leverage Show, it was nothing but amazing. I'm telling you, nothing less but amazing. Tuesday night, my guy, Trey Golly, came on there and literally wrecked the shop. The information and all of the great things that he actually dropped was truly amazing. He dropped some great principles out there. So make sure you guys go back and watch the recap of Trey Colley, that great social media influencer, on Tuesday night. And if you missed last night on The Leverage Show, we talked about the covenant of wealth, or the wealth covenant. And we broke down some key things that you could be missing that you can adjust your sale so that you can actually take part of that wealth covenant. Remember, it's a birthright for the wealth covenant. Everything that's been created inside of you, all of these great ideas and great thoughts and great things that you truly see on the inside of you, it's attainable. It's there right in front of your face. Who told you you can't have that? Go back and check out that Wealth Covenant series and allow that Wealth Covenant series to go ahead and bless your life and help you refocus and reshift some things so that you can start living a life that God has ordained for you to live. All right? Listen, it's going down. Make sure you guys are tapped in, man, each and every single week on The Leverage Show. I'm telling you, it's going to really help change your life. Listen, Finance Fridays is truly amazing. Finance Fridays and everything, man, allows us to go ahead and take a look back at the week and what some of the greatest things have either happened through the week or didn't happen through the week. This week, for you guys, many of you know, Adidas went on ahead and partnered with an agreement with Kanye West for the last $500 million of inventory that he actually has. Now, they can possibly stretch that out, but hey, that's a big win for Kanye West, saying that when all the news dropped, they turned around and everything and they let Kanye West go after losing like $1.5 billion. And then Adidas took about a $1.3 billion loss and then had to come back to the table again with Kanye West and offer him a partnership deal of the remaining $500 million worth of inventory. Good job, Kanye West, on that. That's the way to negotiate a deal and get back in the game. For those who don't know, Tesla Day this week, which was Investor Day, failed for the investors to go on ahead and really bring in that market that they did. For those who don't know what Investor Day was for Tesla, Tesla revealed that it was going to be making a cheaper and less expensive Tesla model. Also, they revealed that they were going to be making Mexican, you hear what I'm saying? They were going to be making Mexican factories where Mexican factories would have lower costs so that they could produce this lower model investment of this Tesla. And they were literally going to go on ahead, man, and try to produce this manufacturer to be more appealing to more people. It failed to flop. For those and everything who know, Tesla Day, that everybody thought that the stock was going to do good. It didn't do and perform as well as they thought. So definitely, don't know what Elon's got something up his sleeve or not. Y'all guys be looking out for that and the moves that Tesla make, because Tesla stock started slipping. Another big week. Apple came out this week to unveil. They have a no-click glucose watch, where it's literally a no-click, where you don't have to prick yourself to take your glucose for diabetes. This is a huge step in the right direction for the health industry that Apple truly wants to get into. And because of that, its stock has definitely been volatile, moving up, but it's been moving the markets around from them unveiling what they decide to unveil. So make sure you guys are looking at Apple as Apple makes big news in this healthcare coverage market, which is a very lucrative market, okay? Also, the S&P 500, 2 days in a row, has literally went on ahead and had a slump. And it's It's not looking good and everything that for the S&P 500, but that's due to the back of what Tesla and what Apple has been doing, which has drove down the S&P 500 from the news of investors not really being able to take a hold of what they're actually doing. So make sure you guys are looking at that, because as Apple makes a big play and as Teslas are making a play, the S&P 500 will be affected. And if you guys have stocks in that, that will be affected as well. Listen, we got some more great news. Verizon finance chief Matt Ellis, man, actually departs from Verizon, which at that point, man, people understand that Verizon stock, you guys are going to see, is going to have this assurity of being able to either go up or down. So make sure you guys are watching for Verizon stock. You guys may have and everything, man, say so in that. Costco Q2 earnings, the stock slips after mixed results. So for those and everything who invested in Costco, make sure you guys are looking at that, because guess what? You guys have probably took a dip in your Costco earnings, in your Costco stock, if you guys and everything, man, have something in time in invested with that. So make sure you guys are looking at that. Also, listen, 11% gain lifts the Dow, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. When we look at stuff like this, this helps out the economy. This helps out when investors start making moves. You know where to park your money. Hey, the Dow Jones just had an 11% gain. This may begin to have an uptrend for the Dow Jones, where it allows it to start moving even faster at a faster rate, because now investors are actually looking at it to put more money into it because they see it going on an uptrend. So be careful for that and everything, man, because the Dow Jones last week took a huge hit and everything, man, as well as a lot of the other markets took a hit. Listen, beer sale. Inflation hits the beer sales. For those and everything, man, who are beer drinkers out there and you like beer drinkers, I'm trying to tell you this right now. That was not the big hit that people and everything, man, were waiting to see. And it was something so significant that this year was one of the first years in the Super Bowl that, if I'm not mistaken, there was no Budweiser commercial. Budweiser did not go ahead and decide to spend the money on commercials for beer this year. They seen their sales go down and they said, you know what, we're going to save out on our money for advertising. So this year, if you guys remember the Super Bowl, you guys didn't see a Budweiser commercial. That's due heavily to the fact that inflation has hit the beer market and is now causing that beer market to continuously to go down on a slide. Make sure you guys are definitely locked in on ETFs. ETF.com is exactly where you can find those ETFs and actually park your money inside of those ETFs that are actually producing week in and week out and quarterly and annually dividends, so that you guys can get paid out and making easy money. Listen, if you guys haven't adjusted your credit card interest rates, now is the time for you guys to go back in, contact up those credit cards, and begin to start negotiating your interest rates. If it's too high, say, listen, I would love a better interest rate deal. And make sure you guys are definitely capitalizing on those tax refunds, everything that's been sent to you on those tax refunds. Make sure you guys are taking full advantage of that and definitely putting that money to work. Put it in a vehicle, because that vehicle will take care of you. Listen, this has been another Finance Friday with Lambo Drew. Make sure you guys are tapped in next week as well for Motivational Mondays, and we'll be back out here to do what we do best. Love you guys. Take care. God bless.